Would you like to know how to turn this regular 4x3 DJI HD DVR that comes from the goggles into something that is close to the GoPro Superview 16:9 look? Well, stick around and I'll show you. Well, hello there, fellow YouTube addicts. I'm back at it again, doing a voiceover, but this time you can tell that the sound quality is slightly better. That would be because I've gotten a new microphone. I got a good deal on eBay on the Audio-Technica 2020, which is a microphone that did not come out in 2020, but also I had to get a sound card to be able to plug it in, because I first bought it and then started realizing that I will need something to power it and plug it in, because it uses the professional style XLR cabling and needs phantom power. But luckily I got a USB sound card that I could plug to my workstation, and surprisingly it even works in Linux seamlessly. So I'm recording this under Linux, and we're going to be talking about how to get that GoPro Superview look. I might even show you that we can get that almost real steady go look without the heavenly stabilization, but that ortholinear view with no fisheye, the barrel distortion, is possible with some other filters. Now, everything I'm gonna be talking about is related to the tools of choice of me, which is Final Cut Pro. No, don't run away yet. I'm also going to show you a tool that's universal called Superview, surprisingly. That is a standalone tool, so you can use it on your clips regardless of what software you use to edit your videos. So stick around and let's take a look at the first filter that we're going to use, Andy's Elastic Aspect from FX Factory. It is a free download. You probably have to jump through some hoops, but it is free, as in free beer, and is available for Final Cut Pro, Motion, and then Adobe stuff. It is a simple filter. You can just apply it. There's a couple of variants of it. One of them allows you to really tweak how much of a safe area, that's the part of the image that doesn't get stretched, and it has controls of how to stretch it from then on. But I have to say that the defaults really are the only ones that look decent, so just keep it on the defaults and it works just fine. So once you got that is the stretch. We can take a look at the fisheye effect, or get rid of it, and that's where we use the second filter, which is LX4D Wide Angle Fix. Now, of course, all the links to all these filters and tools are down in the description, so I'm just gonna quickly run through of how this works. This again has got some controls, but essentially just keep the GoPro preset and put it on the footage and you're done. The only thing, you can use it on this Superview footage, or just the plain 4x3 or even 16:9 footage that you shot. But make sure that you first apply the Superview stretch and then try to use this wide angle fix afterwards, otherwise it's going to look really wonky. So that's those two that I use pretty much all the time, and in some shots, like for example in this sunny day, it may be useful to apply a bit of motion blur. Now, of course, the DVR is shot at 60 frames per second. The sunny weather really makes the shutter to be really short, so it is kind of flickery when you output the 30 frames per second. So this filter is kind of a workaround, not really a proper motion blur, but there is this it's called plugin, but it's not really a plugin. It's just a Apple Motion project that you use as an overlay in Final Cut. It's made by a guy called Ryan Nangle, and it's a free download as well. So you can get that. You install it as a title generator. So it really is a workaround. It's not a proper filter, but it works reasonably well. If you don't use the strong ones, just use a very subtle motion blur, it can help with some shots. It's very intensive for the CPU, so I don't usually use it because it just makes my iMac melt, but it's there. And so the last bit that I want to share with you is the standalone tool called Superview. It's written in a very esoteric language, Go, but it is available as binaries for most operating systems. So it's available for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, everything. But it is a command line tool. So you just feed it the source DJI MP4, and out comes a file that you can use. It doesn't look as good as the other options that I mentioned. There's a visible like aliasing or stepping of the stretchy part on the side of the image, but if you want something quick and painless, and you don't have Final Cut or Adobe Premiere, then this is also a choice. So that's it. That's how you can generate stuff that looks pretty great on a mobile device, on a small phone. These videos look pretty nice, but it's not a GoPro. It's not a GoPro. But considering that you can fly a 2-inch somewhere and get decent footage, I think it's still worth some processing. Anyway, take care guys, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.